Hey guys, it's Sam with the Film Fan Club here. Still catching up on May movies, if you will. We got through The Nice Guys. That's a very good film. We got through Money Monster. That's an all right film. Of course, we covered Civil War and Apocalypse, some of the big ones. But I've got another small kind of movie. Green Room's another one you should check out. I've got another kind of smaller film for you if you want to check out something else that's not your average blockbuster at the movies this weekend. And it is called The Lobster. It stars, The Lobster stars Colin Farrell, Rachel Weisz. It has some other characters. Leah Sudol, who was from Spectre. It has Ben Whishaw in here as well. John C. Reilly is in this cast. And what is The Lobster about, really? Well, it is set in this kind of dystopian future, if you will, where I guess there's maybe a population problem or overcrowding problem or something. But if you cannot find a partner within 45 days, the plot is this guy, Colin Farrell, he gets dumped by his wife, so he has to go to this hotel, where at this hotel you are, assigned a room and everything, and you got to find a partner within 45 days or else you'll get turned into an animal. You can imagine by the title what kind of animal our main character, Colin Farrell, wants to be turned into. He does meet a girl at the hotel, and it doesn't quite go as planned, and I'm not gonna tell you anything other than that because the trailers they do spoil a lot of the movie for you. Don't see the trailers for this movie, okay, guys? If you can do that, if you can go based maybe on just you can go to IMDb, look at the poster, and maybe read the like 2 or 3 sentence short synopsis of what goes on in the film because that's what I did because I wanted this film to be very much so a new, unique experience to me, something that's very I'm not familiar with so far because I knew it was an original concept, original idea, and it was very good based on that. I really enjoyed this film. I thought Colin Farrell did a really good job in his character's performance as this guy who's going through this certain thing, and he's kind of what I'll get it to a little bit later, but these characters don't really show emotion a lot, but what kind of cracks of emotion he was able to pull through because of these situations he's put into, he was it worked very well. I liked that about his character. I liked that about his performance. I thought he brought some genuine his performance was genuine. It seemed genuine. It was very good. And Rachel Weisz is in this film. She also narrates it, and the narrating wasn't bad. I enjoyed the narration. Sometimes I'm not always a fan of it, but it works here. So I enjoyed that about her character and her character. I don't really want to get into it too much because it's kind of spoilery, but you'll see. And it's a very good. I really liked what she was able to do in this character. Leah Sudol she plays this like leader of this resistance kind of against this what's going on, with the hotel and everything. She's kind of the leader of these people that are against that whole sort of thing and the whole system that's been set up in this weird sort of future. Now, some of the things that I really liked about this film, of course, Ben Whishaw plays a character in the hotel. John C. Reilly play a character in the hotel. Some of the things that I really liked about this film, as I bring up my pros and cons list, was I mentioned I really loved Colin Farrell's performance as the protagonist. It really worked. I really liked that. I thought his character was the right choice of character for us as the audience to see this movie through. I really liked that about it. Rachel Weisz's character, where it was really well used, and I liked her chemistry with Colin Farrell. The plot, I love the plot and its originality. Just this whole setup, the synopsis, what I read, I was like, that sounds interesting. I want to go see this film because it does sound interesting, doesn't it? I mean, you have to find someone in 45 days, or else you're going to you're going to be set up as an animal. And they say as an animal, it'll be another chance to find romance. And I'm like, that's just weird as hell. And the originality of the plot, it was just so, I don't think that it's written based on a book or anything. I think it's just original. And I love it whenever you can do this. I just love it when you can do this. Someone out there had a great idea for a film that has this original idea that is you can relatively low budget. I don't have the budget in front of me or anything, but I mean it looks like it didn't take a huge production budget to shoot this, and they made it as great looking and as great the dialogue was well written and everything as possible, and they just made this film because that's what someone's passion out there was. And I think that's just the beauty of filmmaking and movies and everything, and that was just fantastic. And I got to see this at the Circle Cinema, and if you haven't seen my Circle Cinema video that I did with Richard White, that was very good. Check that out. And I went there and saw this film, The Lobster, and I really liked it. A couple of the things, the plot was very unpredictable, and I put right there, don't watch the trailer because it shows you everything. But I just read the synopsis. I was like, okay, cool, I'm ready to go see this movie. I feel like I know what it's going to be about, and then it just took all these twists and turns, and I'm like, okay, I didn't see that coming. Okay, I didn't see that coming either. So I really liked all of the what it was able to do there as far as taking me along the ride, and I never. I mean, I thought I knew what was going on next, but then around the halfway point or so, it just starts to keeps taking twists and turns, and I really liked all that. Now, some of the cons. Oh, the cinematography was fantastic. I kind of mentioned that a little bit earlier, but I just want to re-emphasize the cinematography. This film is shot so well, and it does the Tom Hooper thing where it's like it takes on what would almost be a normal shot and puts you in, like, it puts it in the corner, just frames it just frames it really a different way than you would normally think to frame it, and that's what makes the shot interesting, and that's very cool how they're able to do that. I couldn't remember the name of the director or the cinematographer that shot the film, but it was I good on whoever did that. That was a good idea. I loved it. Now some of the cons, because it's not a perfect film, but some of the cons were the pace. You do feel the length. The film, especially like I said, about around an hour or an hour and a half. It definitely feels it's about 2 hours long. It feels almost like 2:30, but it's about 2 hours long. You feel now all the side characters are kind of bland. I want to mention, there's this one girl in the film. She's brought up as being particularly sadistic and cold-hearted and everything. But then then there's other characters that are all given certain quirks and everything. But I just thought everyone was kind of cold-hearted and bland, and everyone had this weird, unique way of being so apathetic to a situation. Like I mentioned, everyone's so apathetic in this movie, and it kind of bothered me a little bit because I would have liked to have seen a little bit more character in all of the side characters other than just our main 2 or 3 leads. But which is why I guess it re-emphasizes whenever Colin Farrell does have little bits of character shine through. It makes me more appreciative of that. So I don't know, maybe that's a good thing. And the weird editing, I went to go see this with Hannah, and she brought up the weird editing. She's she likes to make videos and things like that, so that was something that she noticed, seeing certain scenes, and it kind of mimicked Batman versus Superman a little bit for me, where a certain scene you would think it's over, and they'd go away from it and spend 5 minutes or so away from a certain scene, then come back to it. I'm like, oh, okay, we're still involved here. What was the last thing that happened here? Okay, it's just it was a little bit weird at times for that, but I mean, other than that, that's like 3 little nitpicky things outside of I mentioned a lot of great things. I think I spent like the first 6 or 7 minutes of this review talking about how good the movie is. So, I mean, I think you guys should go see it. If you're in Tulsa, it's playing at the Circle Cinema, and I'm sure you could find it at a local theater. I think it went wide. It went wide May 13th, if I was what I read, so I'm a little bit late, like I mentioned at the top of the video, I'm catching up on May movies. I don't know what else is coming out or what's out right now as far as May movies that I need to catch up, but while I was at the Circle, I saw some great trailers for some smaller independent films. I really want to see Swiss Army Man, that looks fantastic. What else do I want to see? That's not an indie film, but Warcraft is coming out this weekend. I'm going to see that, hopefully with my dad. He likes he likes the Warcraft thing, so like the video games and stuff like that. So maybe I'll get a different perspective on it, because I'm not, I'm gonna go see it as a movie fan. So maybe he'll like it from a video game person's standpoint. So what do I give The Lobster though? That's the question of the day, isn't it? What do I give The Lobster? Gosh, man. I gave The Nice Guys an 8.5 out of 10, and did I like this more or less than The Nice Guys? I like this slightly less than The Nice Guys, so I'm going to give it 8 out of 10 stars, and I loved it. It's a really good film. 8 out of 10 is not bad. 8 out of 10 stars is what I gave Star Wars The Force Awakens, so that's not a bad score by any means, So that's but a lot of people look at it as that's an 80%, that's a B, but it's not really. It's just, it's 2 points away from 10, so... 8 out of 10 stars for The Lobster. Very good film. You should see it at a theater near you right now. And it's a very good film to see in a theater because it's a very funny film. I guess that's something I should mention too. It's a very funny film. I liked the black comedy humor of it. And so what I really liked about seeing it with an audience was that the laughter is kind of infectious, because I don't really laugh out loud a lot of the time. I just kind of recognize that something's funny, but I don't audibly laugh. But whenever I'm with an audience that's doing it, I'm more likely to myself. So it was a good time at the theater. I think you should go see The Lobster. And thanks for watching my review, by the way. My name's Sam Carrico. You can follow me here on the Film Fanclub channel, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and Twitter and Instagram at Samuel D. Carrico. Once again, thanks for watching my YouTube video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.